the first Blade, which, you know, it was basically a one and done.
Yep. And it came out of nowhere.
One and done. You got the sense nobody is planning a sequel to this thing. Right now, I am enjoying, you know, you and I have talked off air. Anybody knows you talk about it. I am enjoying Alien Earth. I have enjoyed the last couple of Predator properties.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Predator Badlands or Prey from a couple of years ago. And you can sense that the people involved are fans and respect the property. But it kind of goes against the spirit of the thing because, you know, Alien was, this is it. This is the movie.
Game over, man. It's game over.
Predator. This is it. This is the movie. This is the end. Everything. This is the movie. This is the end. And every single solitary thing, for the most part, you get the sense that they leave it open-ended because the bean counters and the lawyers and the this people and the that people are like, we got to turn to a franchise.
Young Junk! Hey, welcome to the Micheaux Mission. 2 men, 1 podcast, every black film ever made. My name is Len, a.k.a. Len, and I am joined by my partner.
Hey, this is Vincent Williams.
We are in the midst of September, which means that we are going doc to school, a celebration of great black documentaries. It's Vincent's turn at the chalkboard, and he has a very, very interesting one for us tonight from 2013, as we will be sitting down to review the life and crimes of Doris Payne.
Everybody keep your eyes on her hands.
Yes. Yes, this is a documentary about an 80-year-old jewelry thief.
Yes, she is.
And I said 80-year-old jewelry thief. Notice I didn't say 80-year-old retired jewelry thief.
Right. Or reform. Oh, right. You said retired. Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah.
Yes. That is what we will be reviewing tonight here on The Mission as we stream live from Young Junk, Philadelphia's premier video podcast palace, and we are streaming right to you on YouTube, where each and every one of you are out there in the chat. Hello, missionaries.
Good evening, one and all.
And thank you. I want to extend a thank you to all of you who have been very receptive to the Micheaux Mission as we have started a new last week on Patreon.
Yes.
Vincent. We have a number of patrons who have signed up, missionaries who have signed up to be patrons. We will be giving all of you your shout outs next week. We're letting that build up, but we really do appreciate every one of you. If you want to become a patron of the show, help us continue bringing this great entertainment your way.
Please do.
Go to patreon.com, search for the Micheaux Mission. It's only $5, and you will have access to exclusive content, including what is up there today, the first episode of Len's Secret Movie Podcast with Ariel. I sat down with Ariel Johnson, Vincent, on Sunday, and we reviewed Magic Mike XXL.
Magic Mike XXL.
Yes.
You started with the sequel.
Well, yes. And that was on Ariel's recommendation.
Oh.
As she explained on the episode, there is no need to go to Magic Mike.
Well, for $5, people can hear more of the details.
Oh, you can hear all of the details. Not only do we review the film, we renamed the film.
Ooh.
We gave the film a whole other name. We also give an origin of our friendship. We have some thoughts to share about Channing Tatum. And we have thoughts to share about cultural appropriation.
Okay.
Oh, it's all there.
$5.
$5?
All right.
That's all it takes.
All right.
Len's Secret Movie Podcast, patreon.com, search for Micheaux Mission. Join the mission. All right. Vincent, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Chilling, you know.
Yeah?
Waning days of summer.
I thought summer not officially over yet.
I don't think so. I know September, it feels like it is.
Yeah.
But I'm also not getting fooled by the coolness in the air because I know the Indian summer
It's coming.
is going to come back, especially here in Philadelphia.
It does.
So,
And it comes hard. Yeah.
oh, I know.
Most definitely.
And yourself?
I'm doing all right, my friend.
to hear.
I'm doing good.
Good
I
to
have
hear.
I have absolutely no complaints.
All right.
You know?
All right.
I made some chicken today.
Okay.
I air fried some chicken.
Air fried.
Do you have an air fryer?
I do.
Do you use it often?
Not often. I've used it though.
What do you usually cook in your air fryer?
Chicken.
Okay, so you do make chicken.
Boy, this is.
Because I have 2 air fryers.
You have two. You
I have one air fryer that is designated strictly for French fries,
okay.
and then the other one is where I make meats and shrimps. and stuff.
Meats and shrimps.
Yes.
Okay. All right. You're call you fancy Dan air fryer.
Yes.
La di da. I have 2 air fryers. That's what I heard.
Well, excuse me. I can't have charcuterie Fridays.
Right.
I just I
but
have,
only have one board. That's not even true. But it's one board. Yeah. I'm just saying.
I thought of you today.
Okay.
I thought of you this weekend because I was out at like a little festival, and there was somebody selling charcuterie boards.
Oh yeah.
And they had the whole line.
Had the whole little joint. Yeah.
They had all the sizes, all the woods.
Woods, various and sundry woods.
Yes, I was like, oh,
Sure.
Vincent would be in heaven right
I
now.
would. Heaven is various charcuterie boards. That's a sad heaven.
That's not no, because then you could lace it with whatever food you want.
Whatever
That's
food.
heaven.
That's heaven.
Yes, you can have oranges on your charcuterie board.
Oranges on the charcuterie board.
That sounds like heaven to me. I like a good orange.
That's a sad heaven as well.
Oranges on a charcuterie board.
If that's your heaven.
What would be your heaven on a charcuterie board?
Len, I don't know.
Okay, all right.
Trying to convince these people to be patriotic. You're talking about some damn charcuterie boards.
The good content's on Patreon. They giving us this $3 shit. See what's happening on Patreon. All right.
All right.
Oh God. Let's go. Let's hear from you. It's enough from us. Let's hear from you, missionaries, or your emails, or as we like to call them.
Missives from the missionaries. So what else is going on, Len?
We have emails, Vincent.
Ooh, missives from the missionaries. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, missives from the missionaries.
Mrs. from the missionaries. Vincent, we have an email from Michelle Jacobs.
Hey, Michelle. My sister's name, a wonderful name.
Indeed. Hello, Len and Vincent. My name is Michelle Jacobs, and I'm from Irmo, South Carolina.
Hey, what's going on?
I am a big fan of the show and have been a missionary for 2 years thanks to the Dolomite Review with Dorian Missick and Omar Dorsey.
Shout out to them brothers always.
Indeed. It was hilarious. And to find out it's people in this world that agree with me about Rudy Ray Moore movies certifies that I'm normal. Yes, you are, Michelle.
Yes, you
You are. Don't let anyone tell you different,
That's
Michelle.
right. Don't you listen to the voices.
No. Another favorite of mine is the Coming to America review with Simone Missick.
Yeah. Shout out to Simone.
The Missicks have a lot of fans here on the mission.
Hey.
And overdue for a return.
Yeah.
Both of them. All 3 of them, Omar included. I recently met the Missicks. But I forgot to mention that I've listened to their shows. Have you thought about asking Simone to come back and review the sequel of Coming to America with you? I would love to hear your thoughts about it, especially if it's as funny as the first one. I look forward to your decision. Thanks, Michelle, the DJ Tribble.
Okay.
P.S.
All right.
Dorian still owes us for that Strictly Business episode. He does.
Yeah, it's just scheduling.
Fun fact.
Yeah, it's just scheduling.
Simone was actually scheduled. I mean, now I guess it's almost 2 years ago, but she was scheduled to come on to the show to review Coming to America, but had to cancel at the last minute. And schedules have just gotten in the way. They are both very busy people.
Right. I have to say, we hope that they stay difficult to schedule.
Yeah, hope they stay busy. It's interesting because we used to have a lot more access to them because they lived in New York.
Right.
But now they've moved out to the Los Angeles.
Well, right. They've moved.
All
right.
Okay.
Right,
Why did I get the zip code?
All right, I'm just saying. All right, go ahead.
They've moved.
Yes.
So it's not as easy for us to get in contact with them. And to be fair, the last couple of times Dorian has been on the show have been through Zoom.
Yeah.
And they've been fun.
Yeah.
But it's nothing like being in the room with them.
It's true. It's true.
And we've reviewed movies with Dorian and Omar.
Yeah.
And overdue to get back to the Dolomite.
Right. Because we still have not done the Citizen Kane of the Dolomite films, which is, of course, the Human Tornado.
No, yeah, I know. You're waiting with bated breath for us to do that.
It is the Citizen Kane of Dolomite films.
Yes. But we did make a promise to each other that when we do the films, we want to be live again in the same place. So we're definitely working to make that happen, to get Dorian, Omar, and Simone back here on the mission. And I will make sure to tell them that the fans are waiting with bated breath for their return. I appreciate your email.
Welcome.
DJ Tribble.
Yeah.
Amen. I'm all about that. All right. Let's see. Who else do we have here? We have an email from Court.
Hey, what's up, Court?
Greetings to Len Vincent and missionaries. First, I want to start off by saying congratulations to your Patreon and the bigger and better things as You, the Micheaux Mission, continues to grow. Very excited. Over the weekend, I let my imagination get the best of me.
Okay.
And thought about what Sinners would look like if it was made in the 90s.
Okay.
I decided to do a casting of a 90s version of Sinners. Okay. Number 1, Smoke and Stack.
Okay.
Denzel is correct, but maybe Blair Underwood or Wesley Snipes. How would you think about that?
It was Wesley Snipes or Blair Underwood?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with Blair Underwood.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why so?
I feel like Smoke and Stack are more actorly who are drawn into action as opposed to action actors who have to be actorly, if that makes sense.
Okay. I think I see what
right. And to be clear, I love when Wesley Snipes acts. I love when he acts. But I feel like Blair Underwood would bring that level of nuance.
I think
that I'd like.
I think she's right. Denzel, and to be fair, or Wesley is a good decision. But I agree with you with Blair because Blair Underwood, I don't think ever got the opportunity to show those chops.
Right.
To be able to show that turn.
Right.
To be able to do the romantic, the serious, and the action, the more dramatic. So I would be interested in Blair Underwood.
Okay.
All right. Number 2.
Okay.
Sammy or Preacher Boy.
Yeah.
How about Ryan Toby from the group City High or an older Usher?
I think both of those work.
Okay.
I think both of those work.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was that.
I'm going to go with the boy from City High.
Ryan Toby?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I really liked him in Sister Act 2. And I wish that he had acted more. If that's the same guy.
I'll ride with that one.
Yeah. All right.
Mary.
Okay.
Jennifer Beals. No explanation.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's perfect, right?
That's actually perfect. I mean, hell, I think it would have to be Jennifer Beals. It would damn near have, even though Jennifer Beals is, I believe, biracial. You know, the problem with the 90s actors, the irony is that someone with the genotype of Mary, it was frankly not closeted, passing.
Yeah, they were.
Like I think it was some actresses and actors in the 90s who had a biracial grandparent, but they weren't really advertising it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Annie. Oh, now this is really cool. I'm gonna flip what she has here.
Okay.
Charnel Brown from A Different World.
Okay. That's a good, interesting choice.
Yeah, but here's the better one.
All right.
Lisa Nicole Carson.
Nope.
No?
Too much.
What do you... Look, Lisa Nicole Carson is a lot. I ain't gonna lie.
I actually think if we're in the early 90s, I'm going to go ahead and press it.
Well, she didn't say early. She just said 90s.
She just said the 90s. But if it's Blair Underwood, I'm going to give it, I'm going to say Whoopi Goldberg.
No.
I'm going to say Whoopi Goldberg.
No. I'm going to say Lisa Nicole Carson. I think it's an excellent choice. I think Lisa Nicole Carson is a lot, but I think Lisa Nicole Carson is also one who got typecast.
Yeah.
And I think I would be interested in giving her the opportunity to flex. Charnel Brown, I think, is an interesting choice as well. I think she's an interesting choice. There's someone else that is maybe
with Charnel Brown. I didn't see her in anything except A Different World, so I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
If she has the acting heft for because that's a hell of a role.
It's a hell of a role,
and you're playing opposite Blair Underwood.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying Lisa Nicole Carson.
Quite honestly, I don't know if in
early 90s,
and I love Lisa Nicole Carson. I don't know if she's up to it.
Early 90s?
All right, but go. Okay,
what about, I just want to stay here for a second. What about Latifah?
Not early 90s. She's not seasoned enough.
Okay.
All right. Early 90s.
We're going to keep on moving. Pearline.
Okay.
Victoria Dillard.
That's a good one.
Phyllis Stickney. Or
now I like Phyllis Stickney as Mary better than Lisa Nicole Carson.
Not as Mary, you mean as Annie?
As Annie. No. Right, as Annie. Yeah, I like her better as Annie than Lisa Nicole Carson.
I like her too. I was just trying to keep it kind of like similar body in the casting.
No, I understand that.
But Phyllis Stickney is a good one. Phyllis Stickney is a good one. She suggests for Pearline a third one, A.J. Johnson.
I like A.J. Johnson.
I'm all day A.J. Johnson.
I feel like Pearline should be okay, but 90. So
90, she's younger.
She's still younger.
You're
okay.
about to say younger. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
This works.
Cornbread. Cornbread.
Yeah.
Right. Forrest Whitaker, Wendell Pierce, or Michael T. Williamson.
A young Wendell Pierce.
Absolutely.
Because this is the 90s, so he's still
absolutely
young.
Young Wendell Pierce.
Yeah.
Delta Slim.
Yes.
Now, Delroy Lindo is cast correctly, but Danny Glover or even Bernie Mac for comedy relief.
I like Danny Glover. I need somebody who you can believe is
a performer,
is a bit of a mentor to Smoke and Stack.
Yeah, but I guess Danny Glover could pull it off. I want somebody that feels like they're a performer as well, though. You know,
you don't think Danny Glover can be a performer?
Maybe, but I don't know. I was actually going to say, and I don't know whether or not this person is an actor.
Mm-hmm.
But I was going to say George Benson.
Yeah, if he could pull it off. Yeah.
Okay. Grace. This You remember who Grace is? That's the
Yes, I'm familiar with the film centers.
okay. You got either Lucy Liu or Kelly Hu. So, all right. So she has Bo and Grace. She has Lucy Liu and Russell Wong, or Kelly Hu and Brandon Lee. I think Brandon Lee is just kind of like reaching. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think Brandon Lee was that good of an actor.
Like, well, I don't think he ever really got the opportunity to show his chops, unfortunately.
I saw The Crow.
Okay, but it was The Crow.
Yeah. Remind me what Kelly Hu, where do I know her?
Ooh, let's see. Kelly Hu, where do you know her from? She's not the person from, because I was actually going to say Rosalind Chow. But Kelly Hu is more popularly known from horror films. She was on Sunset Beach, Nash Bridges. She was in The Scorpion King. Cradle to the Grave.
Yeah, I don't
That's
think.
Kelly Hu.
Yeah. I don't think she's got the heft.
I was going to say Rosalind Chow.
I think if it's the early 90s, shit, I'm going to throw my girl in the ring. Micheaux Yao.
Early 90s?
Yeah, early 90s.
Well, but Micheaux Yao is coming out of the 90s. She's probably in her 30s.
How old do you think Grace was?
Well, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Grace got a 13-year-old daughter.
Fair enough. All right.
And
Micheaux
apparently she likes to be licked in Mandarin. Like this, like that's a grown woman.
Yao. All right. She has some rest of the cast. She's suggesting for a director. I'm not going to go through all the cast.
All right.
Carl Franklin or Bill Duke.
I'm going to go with Carl Franklin.
Me too.
I'm going to go with Carl Franklin.
Yeah. Yeah.
In one false move mode.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Carl too.
All right.
Good one though. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Court.
Another email. Sean Simmons.
Hey, what's up, Sean?
Good evening, Len and Vincent. Congrats on the move to the new network and all of the different endeavors to come. I'm looking forward to it all. In the spirit of Doctor School, after checking out All Up in the Biz, I watched 2 other docs, one of which has been sitting in my Netflix queue for a while.
Okay.
Sunday Best, the untold story of Ed Sullivan. Have either of you seen this?
No. That sounds like it's right up your alley.
You don't even know about this?
No.
I can tell you a secret about this in a second.
Okay.
I would love to hear your thoughts, if so. If not, I highly recommend it, as I think you both would enjoy it. I'd also recommend it for a stop on the mission, whether it's Black Music Month, next year's Doctor School, or anywhere you need to plug something in. Sunday Best, the untold story of the Ed Sullivan Show, is a documentary that is on Netflix that, while it does talk about like a little bit of the history of the Ed Sullivan Show, it primarily focuses on how Ed Sullivan was very big on bringing Black acts to television, giving them their first opportunities on television. And one of the producers of the documentary is Cary Grant, son of Barry Gordy. Cary Grant was just on Sticky Note Conversations with Erica Washington. Yes, it is the earworm that is in my ear every time I listen to her podcast.
Okay.
Sticky Notes Conversation with Erica Washington, a past guest here on the show.
Absolutely.
Friend of the show. Cary Grant was just on her show maybe like about 2-3 weeks ago.
Nice.
And giving a whole interview about his relationship with his father.
Of course.
And how, you know, as big as Motown was, how influential Ed Sullivan was in bringing groups like the Jackson 5, giving
Diana
them their
Ross and
prominence, Diana
Supremes,
Ross
the
and Supreme, the
Temptations,
Temptations, Stevie
Stevie
Wonder,
Wonder.
giving
Yeah,
all of them
absolutely.
their big shots on television and not caring whether or not it. And on Ed Sullivan, it wasn't about editing them out so it could play down south. It would play everywhere.
Right.
And that's what this documentary, you know, tells you about.
Okay.
I haven't yet watched it, but I listened to that interview. It's a great interview.
Very nice.
We were actually going to do a plug 4 Sticky Notes Conversations coming up. So I'll just do the plug right now.
I was about to say, very organic.
If there is a podcast, you're looking for another podcast, missionaries, look for Sticky Note Conversations with Erica Washington, right out of Las Vegas. Everywhere you find podcasts, it is a very, very dope podcast. It is really cool. Check it out. What's up, Erica? How you doing?
Wicked Part 2 coming out, so you're gonna have to swing back around.
She'll be swing back around, or maybe we'll have to swing back out there.
Maybe we'll swing it.
We're swinging. All right. Continuing Sean's email. Lastly, I look forward to Serial Killers, which is one of our shows that is going to be on Patreon. I have some Fantastic Four feedback based on Vincent's recommendation of the first comics. And for Len, well, I've attached something below for your other podcast. Oh my God. Oh my God. I am mad at him. So I will have to share this on the internet, on like our social medias. Sean has obviously used AI to create podcast art for Len's Secret Movie Podcast. Now, I don't know if Terry's going to be able to bring a camera close on this, but Vincent, I will show this to you.
That's fantastic.
I don't know where he got this idea from.
You're in disguise.
Yes, you know what? Yes,
I'm
in disguise.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why I'm in this particular disguise.
Right.
But it's crazy. I'll share this on the social medias. It's funny. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Sean.
Appreciate you, brother. I think. You're crazy. All right. We got 2 more emails real quick for you, Vincent. We got an email from the Michaels have written us. Michael Sykes.
Hey, Michael.
Hello, Vince, Len, missionaries. I listened to what Giancarlo Esposito said. This summer has been the worst for movies since 1981. Did he say that? Actually?
He did. He was very passionate about it. I'm sure Michael's going to touch on what he said.
And I agree that this summer's movies haven't been good nor great at all. I'm not including Sinners because that came out in April.
Mm-hmm.
Giancarlo slams Hollywood's obsession with endless reboots, arguing the formula has been milked dry and no longer excites audiences. He urges a bold new direction, one that puts community at the center, reignites real connection, and sparks the kind of enthusiasm that can actually bring people back to theaters. I agree with him. This summer was flooded with reboots, remakes, and sequels. I Know What You Did Last Summer, Fantastic Four, Superman, Megan 2.0, Karate Kid Legends, Mission Impossible, and none of them sparked my interest. From late May to Labor Day, I only hit the theater twice for F1, which was actually very good, and Caught Stealing, which I haven't seen yet, both solid films. As a kid and even as an adult, summers used to mean true blockbusters. Lion King, Bad Boys, Men in Black, Spider-Man, iRobot, The Hangover. You'd walk into the popcorn-scented lobby, join the buzzing crowd, and leave with a movie etched in your memory, especially the great ones. This summer, that magic was gone, and it's sad. I've watched this year. I have watched some summer movies this year at home, and I'm glad I did because I wasn't amazed. Please, brothers, let me know your full input on this.
Look, I think we talk about this. We've been talking about, like, I think the big kind of hoop that you have to jump through is this worth my going to see it if I just wait for 2 months, 3 months? And so many of these films, I don't think are able to get over that hump.
They don't jump them, yeah.
Especially when, as he said, Giancarlo Esposito said, everything is a sequel, everything is a reboot, everything is kind of set. Like, you can tell, like I always say, the lawyers are involved, and in the lunchbox people are involved. Like you're like you can tell
Marketing people, yeah.
at every step, not even just marketing, but like every step of the production, the synergy is, how can we sell lunch boxes?
Yeah.
How can it be a spinoff on TV? How can it be this? And I think as viewers, even if you can't articulate that, you feel it.
Yeah.
Like you feel it. Like
I think that's one of the reasons why film like Weapons, which just came out a couple of weeks ago, hit the way it did, because it was a wholly original piece. It's not attached to any IP.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Look, we have talked about it periodically on here. Whether you're talking about something like The First Blade, which, it was basically a one and done.
Yep. And it came out of nowhere.
One and done. You got the sense nobody is planning a sequel to this thing. Right now, I'm enjoying, you and I have talked off air. Anybody knows you talk about it. I am enjoying Alien Earth. I have enjoyed the last couple of Predator properties. Predator Badlands or Prey from a couple of years ago. And you can sense that the people involved are fans and respect the property. But it kind of goes against the spirit of the thing because, Alien was this is it. This is the movie. Predator, this is it. This is the movie. This is the end. Everything, this is the movie, this is the end. And every single solitary thing, for the most part, you get the sense that they leave it open-ended because the bean counters and the lawyers and the this people and the that people are like, we got to turn it to a franchise.
Yeah.
We got to spin it off into a different, hell. You've watched something like, and I'm sticking to the genre films because I think when you talk about the franchises,
that's where it is.
And the reboots, it tends to be the franchise. Like John Wick came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
No one really thought about it. And then slowly but surely, the thing has been watered down. They expanded. They do this. They've done that. But to your point with Weapons, and I always think about when I think about Weapons, I of course think about Jordan Peele and the story we talked about. You think about all of the big genre movies over the past 10 years. Everything, all three of Jordan Peele's movies. Get Out, Us, Nope. You talked about Weapons. You think about something like, I mentioned John Wick. Like the ones that stick are the ones that you don't get the sense that in the creative process, once again, some damn lawyers and we did a study and a focus group and we have a mock-up of some action figures and it's like, God damn, can we just and I don't know if you can get that back.
No, you can't.
It's like product. Like everybody's just making product. And for product, I'm going to just sit in the house for 2 months.
Yeah.
Until it comes on TV.
I think what it is also is that people to that point, when the movies, and we're talking about movies, when they start feeling like they're being sold to you, I don't need something else just sold to me. I want to find something. You want that magic. I was actually listening to a report today that someone was talking about. They did a study about the how kids, Generation Alpha, which I think are like kids like 13, the kids that have grown up with pads and scoring and stuff like that, right? What was their perception as far as going to the movies? What was their attention span for the films? Has it been shortened to the point where they can't even really enjoy movies, right?
That's real talk.
But the report showed that their attention span has not been shortened because of the movies. They actually are looking for something that makes them put their phones down. They're looking for an experience where they can just get lost into lost in something, but it has to be something that feels wholly original.
You got to earn it.
Exactly.
You got to earn it.
It's not just about, oh, this is part 2 of, of the Minion story and everything like that. It's got to feel like they're part of some type of happening,
right?
Whether or not it's a new discovery that we are making communally together in this space, or it's something just wholly new that's hitting them. If it is, they will sit for those 2 hours. I was just in the theater last night watching. There's a new anime film coming out, the Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Which is a continuation of a TV series of a Netflix. It's like it's part 1 of the final chapter of this thing.
Of course.
And it is 2 hours and 15 minutes long.
Woo.
And it is 2 hours and 15 minutes of pretty much a lot of just slamming and fighting and stuff like that. But like most anime, like just all like in the middle of the fighting, then you get like the backstory of how we learned how to throw this punch. Or the backstory, this guy loses his head, and it is at that point we decide to go back to his childhood and see how he grew up.
Sure.
And I don't know if I was the right audience for that. But man, let me tell you, everybody else in that theater
locked in.
They were locked in, dog.
Yeah.
They were locked in, and they were with it every step of the way. That's the experience that they're looking for. And all these bean counters that you're talking about, the lawyers and the marketing people looking for something to put on the lunch boxes. I don't know if kids carry lunch boxes anymore.
But I understand.
I know where you're going. I don't know
what the kids doing. I don't know what's hot in the streets with the kids.
It ain't lunch boxes.
It's just lunch boxes.
It's not lunch.
Got like a thermos. It's a thermos with soup in it.
Kids don't know.
You pour it in a cup.
They don't know a thermos.
It has soup.
They don't know what a thermos.
It's a thermos.
No.
Soup. Feel like the kids enjoy soup.
Your poor children.
The thermos. The noodles get stuck. And then they come out in a clump.
So anyway, where the fuck was I?
It's like, I guess the thermos is for coffee, but you're not going to give coffee to an 8-year-old. So it's like, I guess you put soup in it? Soup?
I'm going to the last email.
What 9-year-old doesn't want lukewarm soup?
Michael Lockett wrote us.
Okay.
Greetings, Len Vincent, fellow missionaries. I hope you have all eased into fall. I went to join the Patreon because I love y'all.
All right.
And something was jinky on the decimal point.
Oh, no.
In the browser. I've never experienced this before. So could you please let me know if the price per month is $4.05, $40.50, or $405? It is not $4.05.
Okay. No.
It is, so you don't have to worry about that. However, Michael, if you want to every month monthly donate $40 or $405, be our guest. But
don't do that.
It's only $5.
Just $5.
It's just $5.
Less than a Starbucks drink.
$5.
Mm-hmm.
Michael continues, I love and hate technology. Since it's Doctor School Month and I mentioned documentaries countless times, of all the things I've seen recently, none compares to All Up in the Biz. This was eye-opening in so many ways. I was unaware of the significant role biz played in hip-hop and culture in general. I completely agree with you both that the stories of hip-hop from inception to the present need to be told honestly.
Yeah.
We got a lot of backstory 2 years ago with the 60th anniversary, but nary a soul touched on how the record labels and industry preyed on conscious hip-hop.
Look.
We also have yet to get the notorious deals and the men and women behind the curtain, many of whom are not black. The Wayback Machine dropped me with you too as you chopped up Blade 2.
Okay.
Funny we're talking about Wesley.
Yeah.
This film often slips through the cracks Blade 2 is definitely good enough for government work and does have some very nice touches by the director. If the powers that be at the MCU would stop throwing stuff against the wall to see what sticks and really craft a long-form story, they might realize Blade is a perfect vehicle to bring in zombies and Dracula, who are both in the comics. I don't know about you two, but I thought the multiverse stuff in Deadpool and Wolverine would have given us both Wesley and Mahershala as Blade. Oh well. Quick question.
Okay.
I was talking with my son about 1990 albums and blew his mind when I said that although I like People's Instinctive Travels and Illmatic more, there is an argument for both Please Hammer, Don't Hurt 'Em and Mariah Carey for shifting the music landscape in 1990 that we are still feeling today. What do you think? All the best, Michael Lockett. Well, I'll leave it to you, Vince. You're the music guy.
I'd like to know more about what he means by shift. I think Hammer has, I think slowly but surely people are kind of coming around to how important Hammer is when we talk about the history of hip hop. But even that, I think you have to frame it in a certain way. Like how Hammer, like I think Hammer really is part of the connective tissue that makes hip hop pop. Not pop as in, but pop as in popular culture.
Yes.
And you know, we can sit and argue about whether that's good or bad or what that looks like. But I do think for a lot of people, Hammer was your entry point into hip hop culture.
You think so?
Like
Well,
just
for okay.
across the board. Again,
In 1990.
1990, I think the vast majority of the audience of hip hop in 1990 was young and black or hipster white.
Okay, but I was going to say I think there's a fair amount of white that is in it in 1990.
But see, even I don't know if it's fair amount. I really do think if you are a cool white dude in 1990, and not even all the cool white dudes. Like I think music was so sort of scattered. So it's so funny. We were talking before we were taping about a group that was popular in the 90s. And it sounds like you said they were like a garage band.
Yes.
And I just read an article that was basically talking about how, like, as much as we lament hip hop and the state of R&B, there are people who are lamenting the state of, for lack of a more elegant term, white music. And what someone pointed out is that because of the economy and the way the economy has been for like 10, 15 years, a lot of white people don't have houses, which means that they don't have garages.
Yeah. So they're not creating.
So that sort of incubation center for that for a lot of white rock music was the garage.
Yes, it was.
But
It
people
was.
don't have garages.
Yeah, yeah.
I think in 1990, you still like
There were still garages.
not only are there still garages, but you're bubbling up into grunge and the Seattle sound and everything that goes on. Like 1990.
Oh yeah, I guess that is true.
Oh yeah,
That hadn't hit yet. Yeah.
and it didn't hit hard. Like for many of us,
yeah.
like we heard "Smells Like Teen Spirit"
Yeah.
in Pearl Jam in Soundgarden, and you know maybe Mudhoney. Like I was a hip, like, oh, I'm down with Mudhoney. But like if you were a hip white dude in 1990, you had been listening to all this.
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
a
that's a good
few
point.
years.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So the thing about Hammer is that he introduced, like, just across the board, a bunch of people to hip hop. And you kind of go from there. Mariah Carey, and I quite honestly just don't know enough about Mariah Carey's career. Like, I'm not a huge Mariah Carey fan. So I don't know, like I don't know, what was Seasons of Love.
I think her first album was called just Mariah Carey.
Right, but remember there was a shift where Mariah Carey, where they, speaking of Jennifer Beals and Haley Stanfield, remember there was like that little pocket of time where they basically tried to have Mariah Carey pass, and then Mariah Carey's like, no, I like me around black people. And,
I think I remember that. Yeah,
and I don't know when that moment was.
Yeah,
like
that's how they were marketing
like
her.
what year was like the emancipation of Mimi?
Oh, that must have been like mid-90s.
That was right. But I remember, so 1990, I don't know where Mariah Carey was. Like, I just don't know. Mm-hmm. But I do think there was a moment where Mariah started calling up all the MCs and stuff.
Oh, the Emancipation of Mimi, that's actually not till 2005.
Okay. So I don't know where she was in 1990. So I don't know how much she was moving the needle. In 1990.
The only thing I really see about her in her first album, because that was it was called Mariah Carey.
And what year is that?
In 1990.
Okay.
I think whatever shift she made at that point is that, as far as in R&B in 1990, Whitney Houston is kind of like rising to, if she's not the queen, she's the queen on the rise. And Mariah quickly becomes like, oh, but.
Yeah, but you can see the plan was Elvis Presley. Like, it was the Elvis Presley blueprint.
Oh, yes. But that's the only thing that I can think.
So I don't know how
culturally, as far as some type of shift, and I'm not saying it's a shift.
Right, and I don't know how that moves anything.
No, me neither.
Like, that's a tale as old as, well, Elvis.
Right. And I don't think, I'm not a big Mariah Carey fan either. I like Mariah, but I don't have anything against Mariah Carey.
Just won my bag.
But I don't think I don't see the needle that she moved. I begrudgingly agree with you about Hammer. Because I think you're right as far as that connective tissue. I think that the music itself is dated. I think what you're saying is people coming around to the significance of him and his career.
Then. Like, we didn't want to give him credit.
Right.
At the time.
Right. And to be fair, I'm not even sure if he understood the credit because he turned away from it.
Look.
You know? So,
although I used to, like, the way I used to troll people, I used to say if I had $10 and I could go see Hammer live or I could go see KRS-One live, I'd go see Hammer live because I bet Hammer gives a better show.
Ooh.
There's no way Hammer had a whole damn circus on stage.
Yeah, but sometimes that stuff can be a little bit too much.
Oh.
Yeah.
He had 50,000 people from Oakland up on stage dancing.
I don't know. If you had said anybody else, like if you had said anyone else but KRS-One, KRS-One gives a damn good show.
Oh, I know. I just saw him a couple of years ago. He gave a damn good. So I can imagine 1990.
Yeah.
But KRS-One didn't have 37 dudes, including the dude who had like the snow cone haircut.
But 1990 KRS-One had a few people up
dancing real hard.
Because he had DJ D-Nice was his DJ.
Yes, okay. So he had a DJ.
And he had
Miss Melody was probably up there. Right.
Miss Melody.
So, right.
Yeah, people.
You just described a sad dinner party.
With a charcuterie board with oranges.
Welcome to my home with my guests who are here already. D-Nice and Miss Melody. Would you like some fine cheeses?
Or orange slices.
Or orange slices. Hammer had 57 people dancing real hard.
Well, and that was his downfall.
At Oaktown 357.
That was his downfall, wasn't it? Yeah, them checks were boing, 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 boing. Anyway.
All right.
Thank you for your emails.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can share your thoughts with us at micheauxmission@gmail.com. That's micheauxmission@gmail.com. We're now moving on to a brand new feature here on the Micheaux Mission. We are going to be introducing it to you tonight. This is called With And. All right. This is a new feature with and that we are going to be doing every week here on the Micheaux Mission. And Vincent, I think I told you about the origin of this, but I'm going to share it with you again and the missionaries. Recently, in my TV watching, I watched the entire series from the early 2000s, the Showtime series with Don Cheadle, House of Lies.
House of Lies.
Fun show.
Very underrated show.
Very underrated show. It was a fun show. Ran for 5 seasons. I watched all of them. The second season on the show, and now the show starred Don Cheadle and Kristen Bell, Ben Schwartz. Beautiful cast. It was funny, enjoyable. Second season on this show, Nia Long is on the show.
Yes, she is.
So now you know I'm there all day now. And Nia Long is brought in as a very special guest star on the show, has like a past relationship with Don Cheadle's character, becomes a member at this marketing team that company that he works for. And she's on maybe, like there's 10 episodes a season. She's probably on about 6 or 7 of them, right? And as I noticed on one of the episodes that in the credits, it says like, House of Lies, Don Cheadle, Kristen Bell, all the stars. And then it says Nia Long. But Nia Long is just listed as one of the people on the, like almost like a cast member on the show. But in my research, she did not join the cast.
Right.
She was just, she was a special star brought in for the season.
Right.
The third season, for the storyline, they bring in Mekhi Phifer and T.I. Nia Long is no longer on the show. She was just in there for that one season. And I'm looking on the credits, and I noticed the credits, it lists, House of Lies, Don Cheadle, Kristen Bell, all the stars, with T.I. and Mekhi Phifer.
Okay.
On every one of those episodes. Now, as someone who, like, I kind of like look into this stuff. Some people may not notice this, but I notice this type of stuff. And I know that a lot of times when you are of a certain name in Hollywood, you negotiate your credit.
Yeah.
Especially if you're someone who is either a star of note, or you if you're on television, but you're usually in movies, and now you're on a television show. That designation of where you land in the credits, that is very negotiated, right? And as I'm watching this show is, again, is from 2001 to 2005. And even today, but certainly in the early 2000s, Nia Long, while not a superstar, right? But Nia Long is primarily known as a movie actress.
Yeah, absolutely.
She started in television, but she's been doing movies strictly for the most of her career.
Absolutely.
And certainly in the early 2000s. And while this was a Showtime show, so it's not like a regular television show, to get Nia Long on a show, a TV show, to do multiple, episodes, that's a get. Right? And it surprised me that her credits weren't and Nia Long.
Right.
Or with Nia Long. Now, maybe that's something that her agents dropped the ball on and they didn't negotiate for her. But Don Cheadle was an executive producer on this television series. Don Cheadle knows the deal.
Right.
And he should have fought for her. But that I believe that is also a commentary, the continuing commentary on the place that Black actresses have in Hollywood.
I agree.
And I think that's a shame. There's not much that we can do about it from our perch here on the mission.
Sure.
Except do something called with and, where every week we are going to select an actress.
Okay.
From yesteryear to today, and just give you a little rundown of their career, give you a little bit of perspective on who they are, and give you the credits that they deserve.
Shine a light.
There you go. We're going to, with respect and flowers, give these Black women the credit they deserve. And the first name for our inaugural feature of With And is a name that has been bantied about many times here on the Micheaux Mission, and one from yesteryear that some people know, but I don't know if everyone knows, and I don't know if everyone really appreciates her place in Hollywood history. And that would be Frederica Caroline Freddie Washington.
Freddie Washington.
Who we've talked about many times.
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Freddie Washington, who was an American stage film actress, as well as a performer, a writer, a civil rights activist, and one of the first Black Americans to gain recognition for film and stage work in the 1920s and the 1930s. She was active in the Harlem Renaissance, which was from the 20s to 30s. Her best-known film roles are, of course, as Piola in Imitation of Life.
That's right.
The 1934 version, where she played a young, light-skinned Black woman who decides to pass as white. Her last film role was in 1 Mile from Heaven in 1937, after which she left Hollywood and returned to New York to work in theater and civil rights movies, activism. One of her other lead roles was she was in Cab Calloway's Heidi Ho, a film that we've reviewed on here, and where she worked with Cab Calloway. And she also worked in, I mentioned, 1 Mile from Heaven from 1937, in which she played a light-skinned Black woman claiming to be the mother of a white baby. Claire Trevor plays a reporter who discovers the story and helps both Washington and the white biological mother, Sally Bain, who had given up the baby. According to the Museum of Modern Art, this is the last of the 6 Claire Trevor snappy vehicles made for Fox in the 1930s that test the limits of free expression on race in Hollywood while sometimes straining credulity. But it was after this film, and Freddie Washington, who was of mixed parentage, she fought to get better roles in Hollywood.
Right.
But she was determined she wasn't going to play a maid. Mm-hmm. She wasn't going to play, dumb down in any way her experience and how she came across. And she rebuked multiple people coming at her as, we can get you 10,000 times more work if you will pass. Whether or not you'll pass as white.
Yeah.
Or maybe if we can just put you in this and say that you're Indian.
Right. Exotic.
Exotic. And she was like, no.
Right, I am Black.
I am Black.
That's right.
And that's how I'm going to show up on this screen. Now, part of that was just her standing on business. Mm-hmm. And part of that was also her finding a little bit of the war just in and amongst the Black people and around herself, because she was so lighter skinned that she got some pushback from people, like, thinking that she's trying to pass.
Sure.
And wherever she went around, and thinking that, her lighter skin got her favors that maybe she didn't deserve.
Right.
She famously had a kind of like long, semi-secret relationship with Paul Robeson.
Okay.
For years, and some people think that that was primarily because of may have also blocked her way in Hollywood because of some of the roadblocks that he was running up against. But that was to our credit, because she would then move on into activism. where in 1937, when she stopped making movies, she co-founded the Negro Actors Guild of America with Paul Robeson, W.C. Handy, Nobel Niso, and Ethel Waters. The organization's mission included speaking out against stereotyping and advocating for a wider range of roles. She served as the first executive secretary of that organization. She was also deeply involved in the NAACP, where she fought for representation and better treatment of Black actors in Hollywood. And because of her own success, she was one of the few Black actors in Hollywood who had some influence with white studio executives. She was also a lobbyist for the Dyer anti-lynching bill, which the NAACP supported. It was passed by the House but lost in the Senate, which was dominated at the time by the South, of course. And she would continue fighting hard for civil rights, not just in Hollywood, but all throughout America, throughout the rest of her life. Freddie Washington, who did pass away in June of 1994, but she never stopped fighting for our representation, our rights. And I say our because she was ours. And she is a name that we here refuse to let time forget. So with respect and flowers with Anne to Freddie Washington here on the Micheaux Mission.
All right. Like it should be that star that says the more you know.
There you go. All right.
All right.
It is now time for us to move into the Game of Kings.
Game of Kings.
In other words, it's time for 6 Degrees of D'Urville Martin.
All right.
Six Degrees of D'Urville Martin, where I give Vincent 2 actors and he has 6 films or less to connect them to D'Urville Martin.
D'Urville Martin.
That man who has his wits and he has his ands.
And stole our hearts.
He did. All right, Vincent, we're going to keep it in theme.
Okay.
We are reviewing the life and crimes of Doris Payne tonight.
Okay.
A documentary about an 80-year-old jewelry thief.
Yes, she is.
So here, Vincent, I have 2 actors who have played jewelry thieves in movies.
Okay.
Now, you cannot use the movies in which they played jewelry thieves.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right.
Starting with number 1, in 6 films or less.
Yeah.
And you should be able to do this in 2 films or less. Connect D'Urville Martin to Cary Grant.
Cary Grant, the great Cary Grant. Oh, boy. So Cary Grant, because, of course, he's in Catch a Thief. To Catch a Thief.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Well, you know I like that Cary Grant pocket of Hitchcock and okay. But you said I can't use to Catch a Thief.
Mm-mm.
And he's okay, because that would have been great. Him and Grace Kelly, I could have got to Grace. Okay. I am going to need a name, though. No, I mean the name of the movie. What's the name of the... So D'Urville Martin is in... Guess Who's Coming to Dinner with Sidney Poitier.
Mm-hmm.
Sidney Poitier is in The Defiant Ones with Tony Curtis.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Curtis is in, what is the submarine movie? It's like Down Periscope, or it's like the comedy with Cary Grant. It's Tony Curtis and Cary Grant.
Oh, that is that the pink?
It's not, I want to say it's not Down Periscope, but
it's not Down Periscope.
Yeah,
it's the pink something. Hold on a second. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
I love that movie.
I know what you're talking about. Hold on. I got to get his whole filmography here. It is this guy's done so many movies.
Look.
You actually got to go to like a separate thing to find his filmogaphy.
Cary Grant, baby.
He is no joke. Don't tell me, Terry. I see you over there. It was, I got to go to the 50s.
Yeah. It's got to be near the Defiant Ones. Because Tony Curtis is young.
It is Operation Petticoat.
Operation Petticoat. He's in Operation Petticoat with Cary Grant.
Okay. All right. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Now you know the quicker route.
Nope.
You don't?
No. I mean, I did 2 moves.
Okay. Cary Grant is in Pick'em, The Philadelphia Story, or Bringing Up Baby with
Katharine
Hepburn.
Wait, is he in Philadelphia? I thought that was Jimmy Stewart in Philadelphia
And
Story.
Cary Grant.
And Cary Grant. Okay.
And Katharine Hepburn is in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner.
Right. So that goes right to him.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Very good, Vince.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But well done.
Oh, yeah.
You like Operation Petticoat?
I do.
I know what it's trying to do. I just don't think it works.
Yeah, I like, and you know, I got to it backwards. Because I got it through the reruns of Micheaux's Navy. Mm-hmm. And then I saw, this ain't nothing but Micheaux's Navy, the movie.
I know.
Yeah.
See, Micheaux's Navy works.
Yeah.
It's I don't know, something about that movie doesn't work. You know, that's a movie, and you ever see Mr. Roberts with Henry Fonda and Jack Lemmon?
With Supply.
And Jackie, and it basically is Henry Fonda going up against James Cagney as like the captains of this.
Is it funny?
It's supposed to be funny.
Okay. That doesn't really sound like a funny cast.
I know. Well, Jack it's one of the early Jack Lemmon movies, and it's one of James Cagney's. It's not his last movies, but it's one of his like last as a big star.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be funny, but you're right. Henry Fonda, James Cagney, that's not hilarious.
They're not funny guys.
Not at all.
Right.
And it doesn't work. But Operation Petticoat feels like that to me a little bit.
Oh, I like Operation Petticoat. They caught me at the right time.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
Maybe so. But I do love Micheaux's Navy. So.
Yeah.
All right. But very good, Vincent. All right. Our next jewelry thief.
Mm-hmm.
In 6 films or less.
Yeah.
Connect Derville Martin to the recently sadly departed Michael Madsen.
Michael Madsen. Now, what is the jewel thief movie that I can't use?
He was a jewel thief, one of many.
In Reservoir Dogs?
In
Were
Reservoir
they stealing
Dogs.
jewels?
Yes.
Oh, because, I'm going right to Reservoir Dogs.
I know.
But
All them actors.
No. Also, okay, well, I'll just stick with Tarantino, though. So Derville Martin is, I'm trying to not use 5 on the Black Hand Side if I don't have to.
Ah, man, you should use my movie.
So Derville Martin is, of course, in Sheba Baby with Pam Grier, who's in Jackie Brown with Samuel L. Jackson. And then Samuel L. Jackson is, and I don't know if it's Kill Bill Part 1 or 2 with Michael Madsen.
Well, he's in both.
Okay. He's in Kill Bill with Michael Madsen.
Samuel Jackson's in Kill Bill.
Remember, he has, I don't know if he's uncredited, but remember he's in that one scene where he's like the mysterious stranger guy.
Wow. It's been so long since I've seen that movie.
Tarantino is solid.
Oh. I was hoping that you were going to name check my movie.
What?
Donnie Brasco.
Oh, yeah. I forgot he's in Donnie Brasco.
Yeah. Next to Pulp Fiction, that's my favorite Michael Madsen.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah.
I watch that movie pretty much once every couple of years.
Yeah.
But very good, Vincent.
Oh, yeah.
Well done.
Oh, yeah. Those are good. Oh, I'm glad you did that because we'll talk about that with the review.
All right.
This is sort of the trope of the jewel thief and but okay, there you go.
All
jewel
right.
Thieves. Mm-hmm.
All right. Let us now move into our review of The Life and Crimes of Doris Payne. The Life and Crimes of Doris Payne is a stylish, engrossing, and ultimately sad film about an 84-year-old Black American woman who
guess.
achieved fame and notoriety as a world-class jewel thief in a career that spanned 64 years. The FBI file for Doris Payne is said to be about 6 feet long, but the criminal history for the international jewel thief dates back into the 50s. This documentary traces Payne's journey from an impoverished childhood in West Virginia to a lavish life on the run around the world. And this was Vincent's selection as we go dock to school here on the Micheaux Mission. Vincent, what say you of the life and crimes of Doris Payne?
I think this is a perfect example of the kind of documentary that I like. I think there are people who have a very sort of sophisticated and nuanced palette when it comes to documentaries, like people who really are into documentaries. And I have to say, I'm really more, I feel like I'm a real meat and potatoes documentary watcher. Like, I'm not that concerned with the form and the craft of a documentary.
Okay.
As much as I just like a story. And this is a damn good story. Like you basically said it, this Black woman who has been a jewel thief since the 50s. And right there, this is something that is bananas to me, because when I think about being a jewel thief, and certainly the type of jewel thief she was, where she's not a cat burglar.
Right.
She basically goes in and through sleight of hand and through confidence building, she's able to steal.
Yes.
And that is insane to me, because it's appropriately enough, speaking of documentaries, a documentary that I just watched, the 2-3-part documentary. Again, I'm a real meat and potatoes sort of, like the 2-3-part documentary about The Biggest Loser on Netflix. Like, I never watched the show, but I just figured, wow, this is going to be a crazy documentary about this crazy moment. And one of the commentators made this observation about being obese. And she said that to be obese in America is to be both invisible, where people just don't acknowledge you, people just don't see you, but also hyper visible.
Yeah.
Like everything about you is on display. And it's this weird contradiction of existence.
Yeah.
And that stuck with me because that's also a description of being Black, where it's the Ralph Ellison Invisible Man thing, where many of us who are Black have experienced this every day.
Yep.
Where you are invisible. Like I say, we joke all the time in my house about when we frankly see people we work with out of context.
Yeah. Out of the office.
They don't see us.
That's right. That's right.
And you're invisible at the same time as a Black person. You're oftentimes being watched when you go into places, and certainly into a store. So for this Black woman to be hyper visible and to be able to pull this off, I'm already like, this is an amazing story. And then when you hear about Doris Payne and she tells you about her journey into being a jewel thief and almost stumbling into it as a form of defiance because of some racism she faces. And then she goes to Europe and is a jewel thief. And it is a fascinating story.
Yeah.
Just watching how it unfolds. And then one of the smarter things that the documentary does is that it focuses on the fact that, as you said at the top, this is not a reformed jewel thief. This is not a reformed or retired jewel thief.
Right.
Doris Payne, at the time of the making of the documentary, is in dire straits legally because she's being accused of stealing some jewelry.
Yep.
And there are two moments in the documentary that I absolutely love. Like the way she talks about she would steal jewelry is as she goes to a jewelry store, she goes up to the counter, she has the merchant, the clerk, pull out a bunch of different rings and jewels and things, and then she basically shuffles things around.
Mm-hmm. Three-card-monte.
Almost a three-card-monte type. And they show her demonstrating how she does it. And at the time of the filming of this documentary, she is 80 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I had a difficult time watching her hands as she's demonstrating. Now, she tells you, this is what I'm going to do. I am 80 years old, and now my hands are moving. And her hands, she is so nimble. She is so fast that it is difficult to keep track of her hand movements. Mm. The other part of the hustle, as I mentioned, is that she makes you trust her.
Yes.
There's an extraordinary moment in this documentary where the documentarian has to basically break the wall between documentary maker and becomes part of the documentary, because in the making of the documentary, at some point, Doris Payne has told her probation officer,
80-year-old on probation. Continue.
But she tells her probation officer that she's with the documentary maker at some point, and she was not with the documentary maker. And then we see the documentarian going back and forth with her about her doing this. And you see her play with words, play with his emotions. And you 100% understand how this woman is able to pull off what she has pulled off. Once again, the context of you watching this, she is in her 80s.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, the documentary has set up for 45 minutes. This woman lures you in and makes you drop your guard. So you know who she is, but she's so good at it.
Mm.
And this is an image of Blackness. This is an image of Black womanhood that you just don't see that often.
That's true.
And just unapologetically, which is, you know, as we've said, the other thing, you know, oftentimes you see these documentaries, you see these stories about, oh, I was a jewel thief, or I was a this, or I was a that, but now I'm older, I done found Jesus, I done, this, that, and the other. And Doris Payne is unapologetic. Like, I think, like, we throw these words around, but I think she might be a sociopath. like she is unrepentant. She is everything. And I love that. Like, I love this figure. You know, I'm going to break speaking rules. Like someone in the comments is saying, I didn't think she took from the stores in documentary, because I respectfully disagree with you, Deborah. I think Doris Payne stole everything that they said that they stole, and many things that she didn't get caught. Because I think this is just what she does.
Oh, yeah.
And I love that aspect of her character. Like, I love the fact that this isn't this sweet little old lady. Like, I love this is who she is. And just on that level, I was all in. Critically, are there some parts that I didn't necessarily enjoy? I don't like reenactments. All this bit with the there's a significant amount of time where there are reenactments of what Doris Payne did when she was younger. And I didn't need that, especially since even in the documentary, they talk about the fact that they've sold the rights to her story to Halle Berry. This is in 2013. 20 seconds of research lets you know Tessa Thompson is talking about making a film based on Doris Payne's life. And I got to tell you, I'm looking forward to this. Like Tessa Thompson playing Doris Payne. I'm very much looking forward to that. I don't need a reenactment. Like, I don't need you to have some 22-year-old woman dressed up in a wig pretending to be Doris Payne in 1963 in Monte Carlo. Save that for the movie. Like, this is time we could be talking to Doris Payne, talking to, at one point, her friend Gretchen comes into the documentary. And, you know, like I say it all the time, I love old black people. I love old black people. So, look, I don't need the girl dressed up in the wig in the 1960s. Like, stick with Doris and Gretchen.
Gretchen in her Ed Hardy hat.
And her, like, them talking, and these two tough old birds talking about...
Chain smoking their butts off, man.
Len. You know they could have set up a camera in front of them, too.
Gave them each a pack.
Look, and just let them talk to each other. Speaking of Cary Grant and sort of the pop culture romanticization of the jewel thief, I thought the documentary could have been much sharper in the way racism and sexism did not allow her to be framed in a way that these other figures have been framed. Like we're talking about it being romantic. No one romanticizes her.
Right.
The way that the Cary Grant figure is romanticized. And there is ample opportunity to talk about how racism and class and sexism and that toxic misogynoir leads to that. And the documentary leaves all of that on the table, and it's not addressed. Again, we live in a culture where I think we fetishize black women in a lot of different ways. And one of the ways that we do is that when a black woman gets older, many of us, now she has turned into this mother figure. Now she has turned into this sort of desexualized, you know, mammy, you know, that's there to nurture, that's there as a moral compass, all of these things. And again, Doris Payne is the exact opposite of that. Oh boy,
yes she is.
So much so that she has two children. You can tell the relationship with these children is very complicated.
Because of her life.
Because of her life. And this is not explored at all. You have one or two moments with her daughter. Her son, who there's a whole story with her and her son, is in one moment in the documentary. And that is another moment that I think could have been explored much more. But look, again, I just needed it's not perfect. It's not a perfect documentary. Well, how is it not a perfect documentary? Well, these are the ways that I think it's not a perfect documentary. But, you know, just to give y'all a little peek behind the curtain, I had chosen something else for this month. And you know, Len was putting together the promos and this, and I told Len, stop the presses. Like, I actually pulled an old school stop the presses. I have something else. Cause
what made you what made you switch?
You know, okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. We were watching this whole thing. So like Soul, the show Soul.
Yeah, that's up there on YouTube.
All the episodes are on Tubi.
Yeah.
So we're working through Soul. Lean on Me. What's it?
Bill Withers?
Bill Withers. Bill Withers is on the episode, and Bill Withers is talking real crazy.
Okay.
Like, Bill Withers talk crazy, and then he mentions he's from West Virginia.
Okay.
And then I was like, damn, Bill Withers is talking crazy. It's like, I mean, you're a black man from West Virginia. So, and then like Wendy has relatives in West Virginia. So then we were frankly talking about black people from West Virginia. This is God's honest truth.
I didn't think there were black people in West Virginia.
My ignorant ass was right there with you. I didn't think there's no black people. So then who all is from West Virginia? And it's like, you asked me. This is 100% how I discovered this. I was looking up black people from West Virginia. And you know how you go to the wiki page and it has a list of people? It's like Bill Withers, some other guy, a third dude.
Was it a full page?
It is. Look, it's lots of look. Doris Payne. I said, well, who is Doris Payne? And I clicked on
my neighbor.
And then it said, old black lady who steals, who was a jewel thief. Old black lady, Len, I almost threw the iPad down trying to get to my phone to text you. Because I didn't want you to start working on it. And then, because to be clear, I don't care what you put up. This is what I was doing. I said, this is the wildest shit I've ever seen in my life. I said, I love this woman. Because I think she's still a jewel thief.
You think she's still
a jewel thief?
The film ends like throughout the whole documentary. She's on trial.
Yeah.
For stealing jewelry from Macy's.
Telling people that's not me.
That's not me.
On the film, where clearly it's her.
On this, they've got video evidence.
Right.
Like her lawyers, she's like, like her lawyer's talking to her, and the lawyer's like, well, we've got the detective, he says that you quoted this. You're saying you didn't say that quote. I didn't say that quote. I didn't talk to him.
That's not what I said.
Okay, we've got that. The other issue is this video we have where there's a woman, now they're saying this is the older woman with an afro. I've never worn an afro in my life. Well, then we'll go with that. The lawyer, God bless this lawyer, because she's like, I hear you. No, because your hair's not. So, okay, let's go. Let's go. So she's on trial, 80 years old, for stealing jewelry from Macy's.
Yes.
All the time. Didn't do it. It ain't me. No. End of the documentary. Spoiler for the documentary. 12-year-old documentary. Judge says, you're guilty.
They give her a chance to plead out.
They give her a chance to plead out.
Yeah.
You just have to say that we'll give you 3 months probation. You'll be out. You just got to say that you're guilty.
Yup.
I feel like I would be saying I'm guilty for something I didn't do. I can't do that. You're with her. You're like, oh, you know what? She's like, I copped to everything, but I didn't do this.
Yeah, maybe she didn't do it. Maybe something wrong with my eyes.
Right, you know?
I mean, clearly that's her on the videotape, but maybe somebody's framing her.
It could be. There's other people in the stove. But she's found guilty.
Because she did it.
Well, wait a minute. She's found guilty. At the sentencing, she's like, the lady who she stole from is like, she's a sociopath.
Yeah.
She doesn't care about people. She doesn't care about the people that she's hurting at all. The detective is like, I just know that she's going to keep on doing it. I know she's just going to keep on doing it. Her lawyer is like, I need people to know the kind of woman that Doris is away from stealing jewelry. You know, she's a mother.
She is.
She's a mother. The judge interrupts her with 11 social security numbers.
35 aliases. Non-passports.
And Doris is like, I understand that I found guilty, but I'm not guilty. That woman over there, I did not talk to that woman. I did not talk to her. She's guilty. She's sentenced to 5 years in prison. 80 years old.
80 years old.
Cut 2. She's in prison.
Mm-hmm.
The documentary and the director, he comes there to talk to her, one last interview with her. And she's like, I'm not mad that I was found guilty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm mad that I got caught.
That's what she says.
Because I sold the ring.
Yes. Yes.
So that was you? I tried to tell you. I sold the ring.
Mm-hmm.
The very next day, it wasn't worth much.
Yeah.
She's looking back at her.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Cut to the epilogue.
Yeah.
She's released after 2 years in prison because of overcrowding.
Sure.
Let's not keep this 82-year-old woman.
She's 82 years old. What could she do wrong?
Cut to breaking news. 83-year-old jewel thief Doris Payne is back behind bars for stealing another $13,000 diamond.
Look.
So she is and always has been and always will be a jewel thief.
A jewel thief.
Now, about this documentary. As I was watching it, first of all, one of the great things about this documentary, and we talk about this sometimes, is that we're always concerned about a documentary where the subject of the documentary is so ingrained that it's a part of the production, right? But this is different because while Doris is there in the first person telling her story, she doesn't have any type of control over the editing.
Right.
She can't massage the story. Though she is trying hard to massage this story.
Yeah.
Because the stories that Doris is telling are all from the lens of Doris, which means you're talking about how, this was acts of defiance.
Yes.
I was feeling racism coming against
Racism.
And that's what made me, and I wasn't stealing. It was, I'm not giving it back.
Yeah.
Everything was, I'm not giving it back. That was her mantra throughout her life. I'm not giving it back. That was her lens. What this documentary misses, or what is missing from it, and you talked about it, is the other point of view. Is either, well, first of all, her talking about the racism of it, I think you're right. That's an opportunity for the directors to craft a story about what does she mean about the racism, to give a little bit more nuance and context to that, and to, like you said, to talk about how the role of the jewel thief. Most people may not even know them as jewel thieves. They know them as cat burglars.
Cat burglars.
They have this other sheen.
Right. It's an Ocean's 11 thing. It's a heist.
It's a heist.
It's a heist.
Exactly. And even with all due respect, in some of the commentary that I was watching about the documentary, people were knocking her down because and saying that, oh, was she a jewel thief or was she just a shoplifter?
Right.
Okay, if you took a Three Musketeers or a Snicker bar or a the $5,000 bar, chocolate bar, you are a shoplifter.
Yes.
If you have taken a $25,000 ring, you are a jewel thief.
Yes.
Especially if that is what you steal.
Right.
She is not stealing a bowl of a package of grits. She is stealing diamonds. She is She is stealing diamond rings, taking the diamonds off of the ring, stitching it into her clothing, and then it's jumping off of trains in Monte Carlo. That's the story that Doris Payne tells.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, this is all from the Doris Payne lens. We don't know. So, but that's the only real bit of romanticizing that you get in this film, because it's from her. And as I'm watching this is in 2013. It comes out in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
You talked about how Halle Berry in 2009, 2010 had optioned that she was going to make this a movie. It never comes about.
Right.
And now Tessa Thompson's talking about making a movie. There's a part of me that wondered if there was some of her story and some of the more sensational parts of her story, some of the more exploring of her story, i.e. her relationships with her sons and her daughter. Her daughter, to be fair, stays completely in the shadows.
Yeah, but even that.
Well, okay, but I say that to say she's completely in the shadows, and while she is a part of the documentary, I think she talks solely about her mother. She doesn't really go into great depth about their relationship together.
Right.
Her son, he's in one scene and he's all up in the camera. You know, he's like, hello. But I'm wondering whether or not that some of the exploration of that story in 2013 is, land that they can't touch because of whatever has been optioned for the movie at that time.
Okay.
You leave some milk on, some meat on the bones for the film to kind of like flesh out, or, I would probably say sensationalize a little bit, So I was wondering about that as well. Maybe that was what was maybe holding back this film, the documentary. But I do think there's still a little bit of meat on there that could have been explored. If nothing else, they talked to the screenwriter, the person who was writing this movie that was option to be made, who is Doris Payne. They could have talked to her more about why she wanted to do this. What was her insight into it? What was her thoughts about it? I don't think they really explored that too much. So there was a lot of missed opportunities in the documentary for that, that I felt. You talk about the craft of documentaries. I thought that, and to be fair, and this is something I want to bring up with you in a second, this is a documentary, but at just a little over an hour long. I don't know how much of a feature documentary it is, So, while I was fascinated by her, just the audacity of this woman.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no doubt.
Because you said it. She is unapologetic, unrepentant. And unreformed.
No.
At all. No. So I was fascinated by her, but my fascination with her is what kept me involved with this. The documentary itself, I found a little wanting, but I just got into it, and it's like, I just want to see where it goes.
Yeah. Now. Yeah. I 100% agree with you.
But it's an incredible story. I don't mind a reenactment. I don't think there's a lot of reenactments. I think what it is, like, again, I said, I don't think they could play out but so many scenes. One, because I don't think they had the budget for it. And two, I think there may have been some handcuffing by whatever the film option. So you do see her kind of like dressed in like 60s and 50s gears. We don't see her really doing anything.
Okay.
So I don't really count those as reenactments. That's just kind of trying to give you a little bit of a taste of the era. Right. Trying to do a little something different. You know, I think actually if they had the budget, this is a moment where you could have leaned into what Biz Markie did and maybe did a little bit more animation. We could have rolled with that.
I think animation would have worked better than this.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't. There's not one moment where they showed the reenactment, even when she was a little girl, that I thought worked.
That was really
like I didn't like any of it.
Yeah,
and we've talked about this before. Speaking of documentaries, we talked about this a bit with the P.D. Green documentary that we watched a few years ago, where for me, when the subject is so fascinating, if you cut away from the subject,
you're doing it.
It better be worth my time.
Yeah,
like even that part of it, where you know you had the one college professor who linked her very tangentially to the trickster tradition. Yeah, and and even I didn't feel like the screenwriter offered any significant insight.
No, she didn't. And I don't know what, maybe she didn't have it to offer,
right.
But I don't think they interrogated it in that way.
Like, again, every moment that Doris Payne was on the screen.
You're there.
Not only was I there, I was mesmerized. Like, again, I completely understand how this person was able to operate the way she operated. And she's if she is basically seducing me at 80 years old through the screen and I come in knowing who she is. Oh, in 1980, she was a monster.
Oh, yeah.
Like she was an absolute monster.
Yeah.
And you're right. Like she tells these stories about going to Brussels and Monte Carlo and jumping off of trains and this, that. And I don't know if it's just part of the seduction or me seeing her at 80 moving like she moves. I believed her. I was like, I absolutely believe you were doing this stuff or you were capable of doing this stuff.
I believe she was capable of it.
Because again, you are 80 years old and I just watched you almost talk yourself out of going to prison with people who saw you do it.
She was 80 years old.
And video footage of you doing it.
And she was 80 years old, and we watched her steal something when they went to, like, the little fair.
Dude, you talking about watching her steal something at the fair. When they had her for publicity at the big store in the mall, and the man was bringing out all of the different jewelry, Len, I said, did she just steal something right now?
Yeah.
And I had to question because I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know.
Because she got kicked out of the mall.
She got kicked out of the mall. But then I was like, because she said her MO, like you bring out all the stuff.
Yep.
I cause a distraction and then I walk out. So then I was like, did she plan on getting kicked out of the mall? Is this all part of the hustle? You know what I was thinking, and this sort of my final part of how they could have talked about race and sexism a bit more, race and gender. I do wonder if she ever had the opportunity, like the con artist who was at the center of Catch Me If You Can. Who he landed on being a securities expert and a forgery expert, and then he funneled this into a career. And I'm wondering if she ever was offered the opportunity to basically go into law enforcement almost. And I suspect she didn't.
Yeah, but I can see why. Because
when she didn't, was it because she didn't get the opportunities, or is she, as they say in the documentary, her own worst enemy?
Probably a little bit of both. But I think it also is more to like her level of craft in being a thief by her own words really is sleight of hand.
Right.
It wasn't a whole lot of,
and confidence building.
Look, confidence.
Right. I'm not going Len, I am a legitimate regular dude. I can barely go somewhere and get somebody to bring me two sneakers. Like, I want to look at them sneakers. And then they do that, the okie doke, where they give you one sneaker to try on.
Yeah.
And I've been law-abiding my whole life. This woman is able to build up confidence for people to bring her hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of jewelry and set it in front of her.
Yeah, but I don't know how you turn that over to it helping law enforcement. I could see them not necessarily offering her that gig, as opposed to Frank Abernathy, I believe that was his name,
who was more of a forger.
He's a master forger.
Yeah, he's a forger. Okay,
you know,
right.
so I can definitely see that. It's interesting. It's an interesting idea, but I could see that. Yeah, but she definitely is a fascinating character. And you're right. When the one time they talked to the college professor and he kind of like starts talking about the trickster, I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. But they don't go anywhere with it.
Right.
They don't go anywhere with it. And most of the talking heads in this movie, and there's not a lot of them.
Not a lot.
To be fair, there's
yeah.
maybe 4 or 5. They don't really bring anything to the table. You just want to see Doris.
Look,
maybe like you said, see her sitting in a smoky room with her girlfriend, Gretchen.
Right? Or Doris and Gretchen just sort of walking
the earth. Yeah, having adventures.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much what you want to see. Now, but I do want to land on one little thing about this movie and about the length necessarily about this film. A question for you. Just as for rules for us for doctor school.
Okay.
Because the rule that I have been trying to operate on in selecting these documentaries for us to review, we've already kind of like stretched the rules a little bit. So it's not just documentaries that came out in theaters, right? Because, you know, the world of streaming is real.
Mm-hmm.
But the rule that I've been trying to stay on is that these documentaries have to at least be a feature-length documentary.
Okay.
And by feature-length, I would say at least an hour and a half.
Okay.
All right? This movie is like, what, an hour?
1:15.
1:15.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I guess technically it's a feature, but it really does feel like some kind of like an episode of Crazy Woman of Thievery, you know, episode 8, the Doris Payne story.
Okay.
That it really does feel like that. Does this feel like a full feature documentary to you?
It did to me. Like, I felt like I was.
Okay.
Yeah, I felt like I had it at the end. Like, I felt fed.
Okay, fair enough.
Fed.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
But can we at least make an agreement that an hour 15 is at least, it has to, the documentaries have to be at least that long?
No. I'm not agreeing to that.
Because anything less is like, feels like a TV show.
I think a documentary is a different beast. I think a documentary can look a lot of different ways.
Yeah. No, they can. I'm not saying that they're not documentaries.
Our friend, not Charnel.
Maori?
No, not Charnel Brown.
I don't know which one you're trying to think of.
Who we showed her documentary about the 2 sisters who own the farmland.
Oh, Charlie. Charlie. I know he's talking about Charlie Brownskin.
Right, Charlie Brownskin. That documentary was, what was it, 15, 20 minutes?
Yes, but we showed that in front of a film.
Yeah, but see, I feel like that documentary was crafted well enough.
Yes.
Was done, and I hate to put you on the spot because we know her, and I don't want to put you in a position where you feel like you shitting on what she did. But I just think it's a great example of what you can do with less than an hour.
Yeah.
And make a complete documentary. Like, she had background, she had interviews.
Yes, she did.
She had talking heads.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazingly well crafted.
Yes.
And it was significantly less than an hour.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I feel like you and I could have an episode of the Micheaux mission on that documentary. And I've seen documentaries of that length.
Well, so have I. I don't know
that they've been done well enough that there's enough meat on the bone to speak on it.
Okay. I hear what you're saying. I think that we could do a interesting review of a documentary of that length, because I agree that is a complete documentary. I agree that there are complete 10, 15, hell, 5-minute documentaries.
Okay.
But I think that for an episode of our show, that if we had chosen that documentary or a similar documentary, then I would expect that we are reviewing that and possibly one or two others.
Yeah, but see, I don't think it's a one-to-one. Like, I don't think the length of the project equals the length of the conversation. Like, I don't think that's an ironclad relationship. Like, we watch movies that are an hour and a half. Like, we had the same length of conversation about Malcolm X as we did an hour and a half film. Like, I don't think that's a cut and dried relationship.
Okay. All right.
I think it's a good kind of, well, if anything, the irony is that I think it forces you to articulate why you think this is a good subject to talk about. It's like, okay, it's only 45 minutes. Well, is this 45 minutes? Like what's the difference between this and something that, as you said, like a stupid Netflix thing or something. So yes.
Okay. All right.
So
the life and crimes.
You didn't do the thing.
I was about to right now.
Okay. All right. Well,
the life and crimes of Doris Payne. Vincent.
Yes.
Would you suggest or recommend this to the missionary?
Oh, I would. I was completely, like, Doris Payne had completely pulled me in by the end, just who she is. And then within the wider context of the conversations that we have about images and everything, I love the fact that this is an old Black woman who's a sociopath. Like, this is not like she don't have no hard candies in her purse to get to the kids. Like, she don't have some homespun wisdom to help us keep our moral compass. Like, she's not a true north.
That's true.
That we should listen to.
Very true.
And again, she does not apologize for that. This is somebody who, I'm not even sure. Like it would not surprise me if there was some trauma in her past.
Well, she talks about it a little bit.
Yeah, but this is not somebody that I got the sense is driven by trauma.
That trauma, right.
Like, this is not a wounded bird.
Yes.
Like she, look.
Yeah. No, a cat didn't jump through a window and she said, "I shall be a cat."
Right. So yeah, I would, just because of that. Absolutely.
I would, and I would recommend it as well. She is a captivating, she was a great storyteller. I will say that. She's a great storyteller. She's a captivating figure. The Life and Crimes of Doris Payne. Check it out, missionaries. Check it out. All right, before we tell you what we're going to be reviewing next week here on the Micheaux Mission, and boy, this is a week that I cannot wait for. I have been waiting for this week. But before we tell you about that, we invite you to check out the Micheaux Mission. Our website is right there. 2 men, 1 podcast, every Black film ever made. You can check out the Micheaux Mission online. You can like and follow us on all of your social media and everywhere that you find podcasts. We're on YouTube. We're on Apple. We're on Spotify. Like, follow, subscribe, so you never miss an episode of the Micheaux Mission. Follow us on all the social medias at Micheaux Mission. That's MICHEAUX MISSION at Micheaux Mission. Email us at micheauxmission@gmail.com. The Micheaux Mission is also now and forevermore, until they get tired of us, a proud member of the Believe Podcast Network. Every team, every topic, everywhere. Go to Believe.com to check out all of the podcasts that they have available for your streaming pleasure, such as ours, which streams every Tuesday night, live at 7 p.m. Eastern from Young Junk, Philadelphia's premier video podcast palace. You can go to youngjunk.com and book yourself in one of the lovely podcast studios that they have available waiting just for you. Next week, here on the Micheaux Mission.
All right.
Oh boy. I did this just for Vince.
Okay.
I have selected a documentary about one of, if possibly Vince not.
Oh, no, it's my favorite group.
Is it your favorite group?
Yeah,
I didn't know. Like, is it your favorite group in all of music?
It is my app. I've said this before. Low End Theory is my Desert Island album.
This is the documentary, the definitive.
Well, easy with
documentary.
It's the only one.
Making it the definitive documentary on A Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
Next week, Michael Rappaport.
We
brings us.
Should know something was up with his ass.
Beats, Rhymes, and Life, the travels of A Tribe Called Quest. Next week, here on the Micheaux Mission. I hadn't seen this documentary in I don't know how many years. I turn on the TV. It's sitting right there. I turn it on. I'm watching in the beginning. And I see like Fife and Tip on stage. And then they walk off stage.
Yeah.
And they don't say a word to each other. And I said, whoop.
Yeah.
Oh, this is waiting until September.
Yeah.
This was in May.
Yeah.
I said, this is waiting till September.
Yeah, I've only seen it once. Which you know.
Was enough.
Look.
We'll talk about it.
We'll actually have an entire episode about it.
Next week, here on the Micheaux Mission. Until then, he's Vincent, I'm Len, and in parting we say,
we'll see you when it's time to meet again.
Young John!